Exactly like that now. Good morning, Bruno.
Hello, 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 my friend. How are you? Let me get my camera going here. Hey,
Good.
that's a very big cabin you have in your boat back there.
Yeah, yeah, isn't it? Isn't it? So we're here with Justin. Hey,
Hey,
good
Justin.
morning.
Well, you
Good
two look relaxed.
to Yeah.
I've been,
So
I was trying to track where you actually are. It's a little bit hard to find sometimes. Are you in Koopmanholmen?
exactly. That's
Aha.
where we are.
I see there's a little restaurant there, but it's closed.
Yes. Yes.
So is that where you stayed overnight, right behind you?
Yep. This cabin is where we stayed overnight. Yeah. And right
That's good.
now we also have our own little wood heated sauna. So we're warming up a morning sauna here now before we leave.
Hey, Justin, have you taken this many saunas in your life? It sounds like every night.
We actually, well, we didn't do it last night, but it's going to be a morning sauna today. But yeah, it's been nice.
Very good.
It's a great Finnish tradition.
Yeah, when I lived in Germany, that was a tradition too. Usually, when we went out and played tennis or squash, we'd usually go and have a sauna. So, good, healthy thing to do. Um, we're just waiting for some folks to join us. We've got a couple of minutes, but I did want to. I don't know if you got my message, Emil, but we did want to
Yep.
talk a little bit about boat performance and then move on to. I just thought it'd be good to talk about the environmental impact, and then um, something you triggered yesterday in my mind when you said, Virtually, there's nothing to do on the boat except sail it. But we all know that there is always something to do. So I want to wrap up a little bit on the discussion about, if somebody were to, sail a boat like yours, what are the things that are different that you need to check? Because a boat, there's always things that can be tweaked. There's always something that can go wrong. So
Mm,
maybe end up with that.
absolutely.
Yeah, good. I checked the forecast. My goodness, you guys are in a. It's actually saying there's a moderate high temperature warning in your area.
Yeah.
This is not the Finland we read on National Geographic.
No, no, I don't know what's going on here right now. We can still see the sun. Well, yeah, pretty much clear blue skies. Sun is shining.
That's
Just
great.
the wind. Wind is disturbing us a little bit, but not
Yeah,
too bad.
yeah, I see you got coming out of the north a little bit, about 14 kilometers per hour. But
Yeah.
that's not too bad. I mean, what are the
No.
seas like? You're in protected waters pretty much, aren't you?
Yeah. Right now we're in protected waters, so it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, we got another 30 seconds or so, and then we'll switch this on. And we'll see what happens. There are some people who are really keen to follow this stream. However, they they don't want to get up at 3 in the morning in the Eastern Seaboard. Uh, so I don't know why. So I have committed to making sure that it's taped and published to those folks. And the nice thing about this too, Emil, is that this is going to stay as a legacy, and people can look back to this. Even when you're old and gray like I am, these videos will still be there, and they're documenting some of the pioneering work that you have been doing. And I think that's really memorable.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get going. So, yeah, we've just been chin wagging a little bit here, but there are two sailors, but they somehow are stuck on land. So, we are here day three, and according to the tracking device, we are just you guys are just shy of 135 nautical miles. So, give us just an
Exactly.
update on the boat, the cruise itself, how far you've gone yesterday, and maybe what your plans are for today.
Yeah. So a short recap. I had maybe been a bit overconfident planning the route. planned a little bit too much, that we're spending a bit too much time on open water, because I wanted to show Justin the beautiful archipelago here, focusing more on going to the right places than driving in the most energy efficient way. So we've been fighting the wind a bit more than we maybe should have. and the same, we were up against some chop, maybe a little bit more than we should have. So yesterday we did just about 40 nautical miles. I think it was
Yep.
41 or something like that.
Yeah.
41, 42. Uh, so yeah, we're just a little bit behind schedule. But today we're gonna again, right as you see right now, we are on a little island in quite protected waters. So we're gonna continue here, continue south, and then go into the lake we have here, and continue more protected waters to so just that we're burning less energy this last part of the trip.
Yeah. Well, with the sunshine you have, you should have no problem generating enough energy through the solar panels.
No, not at all, not at all. As long as we are staying in more protected waters, we can keep around 3.5 to 4 knots,
Yeah.
purely on the sun. Then when if we go against the wind, we have to use the batteries a bit more. And of
Yeah.
course, when the sun gets lower, then the charge decreases as well. So then we slow down a bit.
So I was going to ask this question later, but we're talking about distance now. So are you still aiming to break through that 200 nautical mile target?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're not stopping until we have more than 200 miles on the meter. No
Oh,
question
that's great.
about it.
That's great. Yeah, that has to be a number, right? So I hope you have a bottle of Aquavit or something on board to
Oh yeah.
open it up when you cross that imaginary line.
Yeah, absolutely,
I went to my
absolutely.
liquor store today to see if I can find some Finnish liquor, and the lady at the liquor store didn't even know what I was talking about. Um,
You need-
something you said yesterday spurred some thinking as I was thinking, about your cruise where you're not using any fuel.
Mm.
Um, what do you think, in sort of a rough calculation? I don't know, Justin, you may have had some thoughts on this too, but you're not using any fuel. You're moving through the water, and if we compare, like if we were to do this in a traditional fossil fuel boat, what would be the impact on the environment? In other words, what have we saved by just this cruise alone?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, if we do really rough calculations with a similar sized boat, similar sized speed, we would be burning maybe half a liter of fuel per nautical mile, something in that range. So I mean, so far we've saved something in the range of 70 liters, maybe 70 to 100 liters fuel that's been saved on this trip. And also, I mean, we also have to remember that there's no fuel spillage. We haven't filled any tanks. We haven't changed any oils. So we haven't polluted any waters in that way either. So it's just absolutely clean sailing from our part.
Well, and that's a good point too, because a lot of the environmental measurements today is not just that you're not using fuel, but you're not putting carbon into the ocean or you're into the
Yeah.
atmosphere. So it has a double impact on that. So that's really interesting, and it's got to feel different. It's got to. I mean, I've never done it, so I don't know. I've only been on short cruises on electric boats, but when you go for this long, you've got 135 kilometers behind you, nautical miles behind you. All that time, you've just been using basically natural power.
Yeah. Well, from my point of view, it feels fantastic because I've done the calculations for many years and know that it's possible, and it's just fantastic to now actually show it to the world and have
Yeah,
Justin here to
yeah.
experience and verify it. So
It's
maybe
Well,
it's
he
been
could.
yeah, it's been interesting because we've actually had some petrol boats that are following us on the tracker, and people who are interested, and they come up and just to see the kind of the difference between the noise and see exhaust coming out of their boats, and just the yeah, it's quite a difference how clean this boat is compared.
well, Justin, now you got it in camera. I wanted to actually ask another question because you've been
Yeah.
on all kinds of boats and a lot of electric boats. And something you guys said yesterday about, there's just a whole different experience. But we know on a boat things go wrong, and there's always safety first. So, what are some of the things that you've seen Emil do in like a pre-cruise check and then a post-cruise check? Just to, what are the things? What are the things you have to do?
Well, that's I mean, we probably should be checking a little more, but I think both of us have a lot of experience on the water, so we put our life jackets on. I think we give the boat a good once over. But really, I mean, compared to a petrol boat or diesel boat where you're doing engine checks every day, there's not much that we look at. We we look at the battery voltage and make sure we have energy before setting out. We look at our sort of our charge state or charging state, um, and yeah, I guess that's pretty much it.
And I mean, there's other things you check. It just as a boater, you making sure that you don't have any water in the bilge and stuff like that. But really, there's no fluids to check. There's no. And Emil, you probably know your boat more than anybody, and you know what sounds to, what it sounds like. I know on my diesel, even when it's clunking along, I can hear one little thing going wrong. So,
Exactly.
has anything surprised you? I mean, this is probably the furthest you've pushed the Amber boat. Has there anything
Yeah.
that surprised you?
Well, you're correct. This is the longest now we've gone with the boat. We did 125 miles in our last trip when we went over to Sweden, and now we're close to 140. So this is the longest we've gone on a single charge so far. Any surprises? Actually, no. No, just like you said, I know the boat very well. So, I mean, of course, I follow all the data all the time, the energy consumption, the charging, and you listen to kind of the small vibrations and the little whining sound you're getting from the motors, and you just listen and feel and know that everything is working. So,
Yeah,
so far, no surprises.
yeah,
Uh,
wonderful.
main surprise is maybe that we haven't hit a rock yet, even though we've been through some quite tight and narrow places, but it's been going well so far.
Well, what do they say about a boater who says if you ever hit rocks and they're either lying or what's the other? There's always two sayings, right? Um,
Yeah.
Or they've never been boating. Yeah.
They'd never been only there you go, something like that. Um, and just finally, as we wrap it up, I'm going to ask you a lifestyle question at the end because we need to know. But do you think this trip is a bit of a you're throwing down a challenge to other electric boats, solar electric boat manufacturing? I mean, now there's now there's documented evidence that a boat can go this far, not just in the Caribbean somewhere, but this is up in Nordic countries and in all kinds
Yeah.
of sea conditions. So is
Yeah.
this, do you think, a challenge to other boaters, and how do you think they should respond?
I don't I don't see this as a challenge. I'm not challenging anyone right now. This is just mainly for educational purposes, I would say. Uh, as we all know who are in the electric boat industry, no matter if you have solar powered or not, one of the most common questions when you meet a potential customer or someone who's interested in a boat, the first question is always, how far can you go? And we're just trying to help answer that question now. And I hope that this will be helpful for a lot of other electric boat brands also, that they can point to us and see. So, like, say, like, hey, this guy did 200 nautical miles with a solar electric boat, so you don't have to worry about range. But I'm not challenging anyone. I'm not gonna do this as an annual thing where we start breaking records every year. This is this is mainly just for educational purposes and
Well,
for own interest. I just like being out on the waters, and a great company with me on this trip.
well, who knows, Emil? Maybe we'll just, without your permission, we'll just start the Emil Finn challenge, and every year see how far people can go. I mean, we don't need your permission; we'll just do it.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, you don't have to ask for my permission for
Yeah.
that.
Well, I did do an AI search today about what's the longest distance a manned electric boat has ever traveled, and it's
Mm,
actually they've actually a boat has circumnavigated the
yep.
globe. But this thing is a beast. I mean, it is a
Yeah.
massive, massive beast, and a team of scientists aboard, and I think they took 500 and some odd days to get around the world. But
Is that
that's
the
something different.
energy observer, Bruno?
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
It's a
Yeah.
cool boat, a big like giant catamaran with.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, with a football-sized field solar array on it. So, all right, let's get to the lifestyle stuff. This is the important stuff. So, you guys are I see you're sitting further apart than you have. So that's telling me something. But I just kept thinking about 21 feet of space or 22 feet of space. Is a boat getting small? Like this is not normal, right? Not to take somebody that you haven't met before and go 3 days, 4 days. But how does it feel just being on a boat of this size for that long, and just knowing that you're still got another at least day to go?
I don't think, it's a 21-foot boat, but because the boat's open, you never feel like, oh, this is small, and it actually has enough space that you can move around. That yeah, you're not stuck in one spot. Like, for example, yesterday I took a nap on the back bench for a while. It's like pretty comfortable back there. And then at one point, I go up forward, I make coffee in the little bow step there with a burner and a kettle, like traditional way. And then yeah, I mean, there's plenty of room to move around. So yeah, I don't feel stuck in one spot at all.
Yeah, it's not like you're in a 21-foot room or a cell. You've got open sea and open sky and horizon and stuff
Yeah,
going
that's
by.
all. That's always changing, and the
Yeah.
view's always changing. There's always really interesting stuff to look at out here. So.
Yeah. Well, listen, guys, I know you're busy relaxing, and I just don't want to get in the way of that. And we do look forward to hearing how your day goes tomorrow, and we'll come up with another set of questions. I have viewers sending me questions, so we'll see if we can get some of those posted for tomorrow. And I will go back to I think I'm going to go back to a wine store and see if I can find a Finnish wine or something. And
Uh, don't look for Finnish wine. You won't find any. But maybe some Finnish vodka or something like that. That you
oh,
might
oh,
have
tha- that's a
more
good
luck
idea.
finding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it might be 1 in the morning when you cross that 200 nautical mile thing, but wherever you are, I'll raise a glass.
Well, thank you.
All
We'll
right,
join you for that.
Emil, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And Justin, I appreciate you being there as well and documenting everything. I look forward to the trip as you've documented with your great camera skills and stuff that you're going to post on Aqualectric. So we'll make sure we have links to your site as you come up with that. That's going to be fantastic. I can't wait.
It's good talking to you again, Bruno. And yeah, thanks for chatting with us.
Oh, it's been great. All
Yeah.
right, guys,
Thank you so
have a
much.
wonderful day. Stay safe and make sure you put on some sunscreen.
We will.
Will do.
All right. Bye now.
Thank you. Bye bye.